coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Here's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive. Nicely bit off, a pretty decent gain.
On second down and 4, Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams there to make the grab. And the Packers have taken the early lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 38, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And this is caught. Touchdown. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play, and even 60 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go. 20 kick. 53.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Flushed out right.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem? Every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarter.
Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54. Mike. I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Ho. Back one.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. First down and much more here for Jones. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers.
You think about the great running backs in the game today. I don't know if Aaron Jones is a name that comes immediately to mind, but it should, evidenced by that run there.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
These two teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gaudin.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
On first down, Rodgers. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Caught on the right side by Jones.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third conversion.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On second down, it's Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and 4.
26.
Now Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll be out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Aaron Jones,
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Rodgers will throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, they were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back's feet.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now at Lambeau. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks up. And the Packers. Take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down, Collins. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
That's good. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down.
And Lazard's got it again.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers going to throw deep for the end zone.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Rodgers going to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with the grab. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flushed out right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on second and goal. No score after one on EA Sports. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 50.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he's got room. There goes Alex Collins. He's at the 30.
How you like
10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run. He was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Being chased out left. Open man, this is Lewis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Flush to his right. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Escaping. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Catch is made by Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 35 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0.
14, Packers nothing. Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taylor now from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And that's caught inside the 35. And it's a Packers touchdown.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. He'll spot Eskridge open left side.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
These two teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gaudin.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Taylor now from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And again, it's Collins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on first down with Dallas.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Drops it underneath for Collins.
We got plenty of fight,
touchdown! Alex Collins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And it's no on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Taylor now from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Rodgers now on first down. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
First and goal.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on first and goal. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This is caught. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Here's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson gives to Collins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go again with Collins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, it's Collins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. On 2nd down now, it's Collins. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. ground. It's Collins. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Myers able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Drops it to Jones in the flat. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Back to throw, Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead is down to 2. So with 14 seconds on the clock, they've got to go with the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So the victory here for Seattle, and never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get